Welcome back to Moody Makes. My name is Callie, and today we are going to be making really fluffy and soft chocolate pancakes because yes, sometimes you do need chocolate for breakfast. So let's get right into it. But before we begin, as always, please remember to subscribe, like, share, chat in the comment section, and follow me on social media for more recipes and additional content. So these are the ingredients that you are going to need. You need some buttermilk along with a couple of eggs that are buried underneath all of that buttermilk. I also have some melted butter, vanilla extract, some flour, baking powder, baking soda, a little bit of sugar, cocoa powder, and salt. And that's it. So let's do this, shall we? I am first going to take all of my dry ingredients and just give them a really quick mix to combine, which will just take a second. Here I have a nonstick skillet, and let's do this. So this looks good enough. Okay, so I'm gonna set this aside and I'm gonna grab my buttermilk and my eggs. Into this, I'm gonna throw in the remaining ingredients. So the vanilla extract, also the butter, of course. You can also use any kind of like neutral oil if you don't wanna use butter or you don't have it. Okay, so now I'm gonna give this a mix to combine. Okay, this looks good. So next up, I'm just gonna pour this right into the dry ingredients and I'm going to give this a mix. So it's important when you're making this recipe to remember not to overmix. Like with any pancake recipe, you're gonna want to see some little kind of lumps and bumps of the batter, and that's gonna be totally fine because once this is all combined, it's gonna sit for 10 minutes at room temperature, and in that time, we're gonna give the gluten a chance to relax to ensure these pancakes are nice and soft, and that flour, those lumps and bumps of flour are going to get hydrated, so don't worry about it. So I'm just going to mix this up, let it sit for 10 minutes, and then start making some pancakes. Okay, we are back here. Like I said earlier, I have my non-stick pan that is heating up over medium-low, and I sprayed a little bit of non-stick spray on it, and as you maybe can already tell, there are some crumbs in it because I have already made and ate one of the pancakes, so they're really good. I can promise you that. Okay, so next, I am gonna add about a 1/3 cup of the batter into the pan. I like to just kind of smooth it out once it makes contact with the pan. And so next, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait until I see a bunch of little tiny bubbles that scatter all over the surface of the pancake. Once I see those bubbles, which should take maybe about 2 minutes, I am gonna flip the pancake and cook it on the opposite side until it's fully cooked. Just peek underneath. It should look fully cooked. You'll know when it's done. That should take maybe a minute and a half. But once I see all of those little tiny bubbles all over the surface, I will show you what they look like before I flip. Okay, so as you can see here, there's a bunch of little tiny bubbles over the top, so that lets me know it's time to flip. So I'm just going to very carefully give it a flip, like so. I'm gonna cook this for about another minute and a half or so on the second side, and then I'm gonna give you a close-up of just how soft and pillowy and fluffy these chocolate pancakes really are. As always, for the full written recipe and instructions, head to my blog, moodymakesrecipes.com. I'll put the link for that in the description box below. Click on the link, the recipe will come right up, and make these chocolate pancakes. I promise you're gonna love them, and let me know you think because I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.